up, y'all? It's DJ Drewski. We are kicking it with my guy Frank today. He said he pulled up so he can inspire the youth. You want to inspire kids to what? Follow their dreams?
Yes, sir. Follow their dreams and follow the visions that they have for themselves. So let me ask you, you being a natural born hustler, what advice would you give to the people of my generation, the younger people in today's world?
I think the people of your generation, the young kids, they focus a lot on social media, right?
Yeah.
And they follow trends, or they worry about what people think of them and what they are posting. Is it going to be accepted? I think you got to learn to do things for yourself as a hustler, whatever it is. Like you were selling, what would you say, Oreo cookies, right?
Yeah.
Today, someone might feel like, I'm not hustling Oreo cookies. That's embarrassing.
Yeah, man.
Right? So a lot of times, if you get that type of thought out your head and say, yo, this is about making money, this is about building a career, this is about following my dreams, you gotta go with your gut and follow what you feel and not what other people think about you. And I think for me, that's some advice to some of the younger people out there that's now starting to hustle. They go hustle for yourself, don't hustle for others.
Exactly. I think the problem with a lot of people in my generation is that they care about what people think about.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
That's
so,
what I'm saying.
what would you say to that person that's having trouble to overcome that?
No, it's not something you can just overcome right away, right? If it's a fear or if it's a feeling that you have, it takes time. But it's like, yo, start doing little things to change that, right? Don't just change right away. It's hard to just wake up and be, yo, I'm a new person. But do little things that will get you eventually to your goal. So if you're like, you know, I don't like posting pictures of myself because I don't want people to critique me.
Yeah.
Maybe just post, one picture. Start there. Like you don't gotta go crazy and do a whole video and just post a picture. Start there and just take steps. You know what I'm saying? Take steps forward to that, and don't be scared. Like we're only here for a short time.
Exactly.
You just gotta go. Like I think what happens is you wait so long and then you realize when it's too late. Like yo, I should have just I could have done. It's like nah, do it now. Whatever your heart is telling you to do, whatever your mind is telling you to do, just do it.
Exactly.
Right? So that's one thing.
What is the greatest piece of advice somebody has told you that has allowed you to get to the position you are in today?
That's a good question because I can't even think of anything. I feel like I just watched and learned about, you know what I'm saying? Just being around some great people in my career and in what I do, I was fortunate enough to be around some of the greats. Like when you think of radio, I was around some of the big dogs. So being able just to watch them and learn from them is what got me to where I'm at. It wasn't like a piece of advice. It was just watching how people move or certain decisions people made, and no matter what area you're in, watch some of the greats, learn from some of the greats. And I think that's another issue with the younger generation. They feel like they know it all, right? The old heads or whatever. Nah, they got the experience. Now you take what they've done and add to it and throw your own flavor to it. But that's pretty much what I did. Just learned a lot and just kept learning and still learning to today. But I think that's important.
What would you say has allowed you to separate yourself from other DJs in this industry?
I think for me it was more than just DJ. When people think of DJs, they just think of a guy or girl that just plays music, right? Like playing music at a party. I used the DJ and playing music to create a brand. And was able to then, turn that into television and turn that into different opportunities and being able to do interviews and just being that hustler, taking that hustler mentality and using the music to get to a certain level and then just expanding on it. And I think a lot of times DJs get stuck and focused on being the best DJ, right? And it's like, that's great and there's really good DJs, but if you're not building a brand, it only goes so far, and I was able to build a brand and just add multiple layers to that brand to get me to where I'm at.
What piece of wisdom would you pass down to the 18-year-old that just graduated high school that's trying to figure himself out?
It's the follow your dream bullshit that we always hear, but it's really true, right? Like people ask me, like, what were you doing before? I'm like, After like 18, I didn't try anything else. Like I had regular jobs like at the mall and stuff like that until I decided, okay, this is my dream. I'm gonna turn this dream into a reality, and that's all I focused on. It was like straight focus, nothing else. I'm not gonna go try 100,000 other things and figure out what. No, I knew what I wanted, and I just focused on it and just kept working towards that goal.
Yeah.
And 10 years maybe it took, but I don't mind working, for 10 years to finally get my dream for the rest of my life. Like,
yeah.
It's definitely worth it.
Exactly, 100%. I agree with you.
Right. Frank in the building. Frank the Hustler. Let's go.
I appreciate you, bro.
You're ready.
Thank you.
We out. Peace.